Hello friends, welcome to a new fascinating video on AB coins. The George V 1 penny coin from 1917 holds both historical and geographical significance, reflecting the United Kingdom's economic landscape and the reign of King George V. Below is a detailed history and geographical context of this coin. King George V, 1865 to 1936, reigned as the British monarch from 1910 until his death in 1936. His reign marked significant political, social, and economic changes, including the aftermath of World War I. The 1 penny coin of 1917 was part of the broader series of coins minted during his reign, which included changes in design and composition due to economic circumstances. Before the First World War, coins in the UK were made primarily from copper. However, the war necessitated changes in the materials used for coin production due to shortages of metals like copper, which were needed for war efforts. As a result, the composition of coins such as the penny was adjusted. The 1917 1 penny coin was part of the larger series of pennies issued during the reign of George V. The coin's design featured several distinctive characteristics. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of King George V, facing left. This portrait was designed by Bertram Mackennal, an Australian-born engraver. George V is depicted in his military uniform, symbolizing his status as both monarch and commander-in-chief of the British military during World War I. Around the rim of the coin is the inscription Georgivs VDG BRITT OMN Rex FDINDIMP, which translates to George V, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. The reverse side of the coin features a seated figure of Britannia, holding a trident and shield, a long-standing symbol of the United Kingdom. She is flanked by a lion, which further symbolizes the strength and power of the British Empire. The inscription 1 penny is found at the top of the coin, with the year 1917 located at the bottom, indicating the year of minting. The First World War, 1914 to 1918, had a profound effect on Britain's economy. With the vast mobilization of resources for war, the production of everyday goods, including coins, became more difficult. The British government faced immense financial strain, resulting in changes to the composition of coins. Prior to the war, British pennies were made from copper, a material that was abundant. However, due to the ongoing war and the demand for metals, the government reduced the copper content in the coin. In 1917, the 1 penny coin was struck from a copper alloy called bronze, which consisted of 95% copper, 4% tin, and 1% zinc. This change was part of a broader strategy to preserve copper for other essential uses, such as the production of munitions. The early 20th century saw growing inflation as a result of the war, and the British economy struggled with the financial burden of military spending. In response, the Bank of England and the Royal Mint attempted to balance the need for currency production with the limitations on raw materials. The penny of 1917 reflected these challenges as it became less valuable due to the overall economic strain. The period of 1917 was also significant in terms of political and social movements. The UK was undergoing a time of increasing worker strikes, political unrest, and the first steps toward women's suffrage. In 1918, just 1 year after the penny was minted, the Representation of the People Act was passed, granting women over the age of 30 the right to vote. The penny was symbolic of the British Empire during the First World War. Despite the war's hardships, the UK remained a global power, with its economy and military still largely intact. The image of Britannia on the reverse of the coin symbolized the national pride and resilience that the British public clung to during the conflict. The 1917 1 penny coin was primarily used throughout the United Kingdom and its vast empire. This was a period when the British Empire was at its zenith, with colonies spread across Africa, Asia, the Caribbean, and the Pacific. The coin would have been in circulation across several countries within the empire, including in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The 1917 penny would have been a standard part of the monetary system. During the war, inflation and resource shortages made it more difficult for the average British citizen to obtain goods, and smaller denominations like the penny played a role in everyday transactions. As a result of the British Empire's global reach, the 1 penny coin would have circulated in colonies like India, Canada, Australia, and parts of Africa, although local currencies were often in use in some regions. In places like India, British coins were often used for trade and daily commerce, though many local coins were also in circulation. The British Empire's economic network meant that coins minted in the UK were widely accepted in many parts of the world, contributing to the ubiquity of British currency. Ireland was part of the United Kingdom until 1922, and the 1917 one-penny coin would have been used across Ireland. It would have been in circulation in both the urban centres of Dublin and Belfast as well as rural areas. After Irish independence, the use of British coins in the Republic of Ireland declined, but the legacy of British currency remained until the introduction of the Irish pound. The 1917 one-penny coin has become a sought-after item for collectors due to its historical significance, especially within the context of the First World War and the changes in the British Empire. Coins from this period are valued not only for their composition and design, but also for the role they played in the tumultuous economic and political conditions of the time. While the 1917 penny was minted in large quantities, the coin's value today largely depends on its condition. Coins in excellent condition, especially those that have been well preserved, can fetch higher prices among collectors. Additionally, certain variants of the 1917 penny, such as those with a distinct mint mark or rare minting errors, are particularly valuable. The coin continues to serve as a reminder of the historical period during which it was produced. The image of Britannia and the profile of King George V evoke the resilience of the United Kingdom during a time of great uncertainty and change. The use of the penny in daily transactions reflects the importance of small denominations in a time of economic strain. It remains an iconic symbol of Britain's monetary history and is often collected as part of larger sets of coins from the reign of George V. The 1917 George V one-penny coin stands as a testament to the economic, political, and social circumstances of the early 20th century. Through its design, material composition, and the historical context of its minting during World War I, the coin reflects the resilience of Britain and its empire during a time of hardship. Today, it remains a cherished piece of numismatic history, offering collectors a tangible connection to a pivotal era in the history of the United Kingdom.